Highrise NOLA is a 144-unit apartment complex with 2 commercial spaces, a community center, fitness room, pool, dog park, and gated off-street parking. The typical rents at Highrise NOLA are $895 a month, and it's considered a naturally affordable development, meaning that it is market rate and aimed at those making between 60 and 65% of the area median income in New Orleans, or about $16.50 an hour. In other words, Highrise NOLA is built for the people who make New Orleans run. Whether it's our municipal employees, first responders, healthcare workers, people in the hotels or the restaurants, those are the people who keep New Orleans running, and the people we're trying to, thank you, we're trying to house here at Highrise NOLA. We're so thankful for everyone for attending today, including our mayor, our council members, and other important members of the community, especially the community. They've been supportive of us from the beginning, and without them, we really couldn't have made it this far. At one point, this was one of the largest blighted properties in the city, a symbol of decline and the incomplete and inequitable rebuilding of our city. Now it's a symbol of rebirth, not only for New Orleans, but New Orleans East, and those who felt overlooked in our recovery process. I truly believe that Highrise NOLA is a symbol of hope and demonstrates that any challenge can be overcome with enough determination, hard work, and faith. We truly could not have made it possible without the buy-in from the city, state, and again, the community. At this point, I'll turn it over to Mayor LaToya Cantrell for a few remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter. Give it up for Peter. You know, as he stated, what this building symbolized for the community, particularly after Hurricane Katrina, was just a sign of a lack of movement, a lack of growth, a lack of promise. But the residents of New Orleans East stood firm, and thank you so much for advocating relentlessly for the redevelopment of this site. But you know who answered that call? Mr. Peter Gardner. Thank you so much. Britannia Properties as well. And you know what, Peter has just been so intentional across the city of New Orleans in regards to investing in quality, affordable housing. He just doesn't talk about it, he truly has been about it, and I appreciate you. He's been a partner with the city of New Orleans, and while we've spent about $6.8 million this year, it's a collective $54 million plus in affordable housing over the past 4 years. So this is a step in the right direction, definitely signaling that New Orleans East matters, and you have developers who are willing to put the money on the ground to ensure that our people are met where they are. So thank you again, Councilman Thomas, thank you for being here. Thank you for leading the East. Councilman Green, you said, hey, you're right across the street, which means we're all in this together. And this is a symbol of that. Thank you, Peter.
First of all, I want to thank Gardner Development. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the residents, actually, really, of New Orleans East. You know, when I look at this area, it has some of the most beautiful assets in any part of this region. And as we look at this beautiful site or location and the investment that you've made, you know, I think about from sunrise to this high rise. From sunrise to this high rise. From sunrise to this high rise. And the only way you could think about from sunrise to the high rise is to think that the only way we rise is when we all come together. So thank you, Gardner Development. Thank you, all of the investors. And most importantly, I tell, you know, the neighborhood people and the folk who fought for this community, you know, I know what I'm doing in this job. I understand it times 10. But the best thing that I do is stand on y'all's shoulders and work to fight for the fights that y'all have been fighting for too long, and make sure that my agenda is your agenda. So safe, secure, landscape, and affordable. How can you get a better deal than that?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for this invitation, and to Gardner Development for your investment. Yes, the mayor mentioned my district happens to be right across the street. It includes across the street, Malia subdivision. And so we really are working hand in hand because this is an important development that's making a difference already in the communities that I serve and also that Councilman Thomas serves, and of course the mayor in terms of our overall development. I'm also a real estate investor, if you will, and also have been involved with the property management business for a while. And I know how difficult it is to put deals together such as this, the patience that it takes, the fact that you have to invest your money up front and wait sometimes to be able to get the money back in that you need to make a return on your investment. So I want to thank Mr. Peter Gardner and Gardner Developers for this particular project. I know how long it stayed vacant. I know how long it took to develop it. But interestingly enough, today at the City Council, we're having hearings in code enforcement and safety and permits. I also know that this project was the subject to a lot of code enforcement and safety and permit attention. And so today we're celebrating the fact that now there won't need to be so much attention by code enforcement and safety and permits. And so thank you very much. Not on this property. Oh yeah, we're going to be busy with the other ones. But look, the mayor does like to say, and I like to say, I emphasize what the good is that's going on. So as you drove here, you saw that the state of Louisiana is investing in some of the sidewalk maintenance and repairs and also creating handicapped accessibility down by Downman Road. That's a good news development. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the Downman Road merchants are meeting because they want to enhance Downman Road and they want our office to work with them. So they're meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. It's the beginning of other development and other people who are putting money into our communities. And I'm just appreciative to Gardner Development and also to those who recognize the value of investing in our city at this time and investing for the future. And also thank you, Mr. Gardner, for your commitment to rents that are affordable to our citizens of the city. But also look at all of the benefits that are being provided. I really appreciate your investment in many respects, many respects. So I'll ask you all to one more time give a round of applause to our mayor, our councilman, and Gardner Development, and recognize that this is a symbol of the many positive things that are happening in our city, and we are challenging ourselves, and I'm challenging myself to continue to concentrate on the positive as we build a better city. Thank you very much.
Don't blight because they made it right.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming out. We're going to be doing some tours, and we've got food and drinks. So whenever y'all are ready, we can head on in. Thank you.
Wait just a second.